Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Fine mine you've got here. I'm sure you're pulling up corundum by the bucket worth.
I do all right. Won't be retiring anytime soon, but it's a job.
Ah, a pity. No man should do labor with no end in sight. Have a good day then.
Wait, I think we've got something that can help, don't we?
Yes, of course. Now, where was it?
What use do I have for an old skull? I'm a miner, not some wizard.
It's a good luck charm.
A magic trinket, then?
No magic here. It doesn't need it. This isn't just any skull. It's the skull of one of the denizens, the Argonian settlement built on this very spot in the 580s of the Second Era, the time of the Ebonheart Pact. Today, Argonians are forced to sleep on the docks in Windhelm. But 900 years ago, their settlements stretched across eastern Skyrim and southern Morrowind, built on land granted to them by the Nords and the Dunmer. They were equal citizens in an alliance that drove out the Kamal of Akavir and made numerous bids for the throne of Tamriel.
900 years ago, my people were slaves to the Dark Elves, just as they were 200 years ago, or 2,000.
The Ebonheart Pact was a brief exception, but it was an exception nonetheless. It's what makes this skull so lucky. This person was born at precisely the right time to live here in Skyrim, with full citizens' rights, a few years before or a few after, and they'd likely have lived out their life on some plantation or deep underground in a Quama mine. Such incredible luck sticks around.
I've heard of this pact once or twice, but it's got to be wishful thinking. Why would the Dunmer ally with their ancient enemies? Why would they free their Argonian slaves?
Who can claim to know the minds of gods? No one knows why the tribunal did what they did. They just did it. I'm sure they had ulterior motives, like always.
No god, living or not, can control the minds of all their people.
That they can't, but there were other factors involved. Skyrim and Morrowind were being invaded by Akaviri demons. It took the combined forces of the Tribunal, the ghost of the Nordic hero Ysmir, and a vanguard of trained Argonian fighters to finally drive them off. As soon as the unlikely allies succeeded, they found themselves having to repel invasions from the Aldmeri Dominion and Daggerfall Covenant. Tolerating each other for a while was a small price to pay for survival.
But how did they agree to tolerate each other in the first place?
The history books tell us that the Argonians' part in the alliance was thanks to a young woman named Keshu the Black Finn. She had been the captain of a group of guerrilla fighters seeking to strike back at the house-dressed slavers that had been raiding her homeland. When the Kamal tore through Skyrim and Morrowind, she saw it as an opportunity to prove that her people had more worth as freemen than they had as slaves. She assembled a corps of shellbacks, her elite fighters, and joined the battle at a crucial moment, flanking Adasum Dir Kamal's troops and letting the forces of Yoren the Skald King and the Lady Almalexia drive them towards the ocean, where Vivek flooded the land and drowned the invaders. The Argonians within the Pact's lands were freed as a sign of thanks and given land to settle down on. Darkwater Crossing was one such settlement.
I've had Dunmer spit on me. You expect me to believe that all slaves were freed, the Nords and the Elves got over their differences, and everyone became friends?
Well, no. I don't expect you to believe that, because that's not what happened. There were many who kept their old views, and not all of the province's territories were under the pact. Skyrim was divided then, much like it is today, only the western half allied with the tribunal. Neither did all of Morrowind gladly adopt the alliance. The Telvanni were notably absent, and Vardenfell, still largely unsettled, could not have cared less about the goings-on of the mainland. Keshu, bargaining on behalf of all Black Marsh, did not have the support of every single tribe, though she believed herself to be acting in the best interest of the whole nation.
She was right. If it wasn't for the courage of Keshu and the help of Yorn and Almalexia, this person here would never have been able to live a free and prosperous life here in Darkwater Crossing.
What do you take me for? Some spirit-worshipping elf? Ebonheart Pact or not, the dead should stay buried where they belong.
Oh, come on, mister. We've got no use for it, not being Argonian and all. But we'd love to trade it to someone who it could help.
What do you say? 100 drakes and a share of your breakfast?
You sure this thing's good luck?
Definitely.
Absolutely.
I suppose it couldn't hurt. You sit down and I'll fetch the gold. What do you say we go fishing, yes? Try out this luck of yours.